It's the most commonly asked question. Should I force a build every game? Or should I play flexible and go with what the game gives me? The answer is simple. Both. What do I mean by that? If we take a look at the top ranked players from each region, rank 1 EU East, Foreshadow every single game. Top 5 ranked player EU West, Poison Electric every single game. Rank 1 in NA, majority of the games, Ocean Mages. You are forcing in the sense that you're arriving to the same 8 units each time. You're flexible in the sense of how you get there, using transitions with what the game is giving you. My name is Jinx JK, and I'm going to take you through my own gameplay of forcing Ocean Mages. And I'm going to give you my thought process behind the tricky transitions. Let's take a look. Before we take a look at some gameplay, I just want to talk about a newfound philosophy I have after losing in the grand finals of a tournament. I took a look at what the top ranked players are doing. I took a look at what the winner of the grand finals was doing. I took a look at winners of Twitch rival tournaments, Kian, Delicious Milk, Jay Shrite from Brazil, and I noticed something in common between every single time those players won, and they were playing the same build. And I analyzed my own tournaments of when I had won, and same thing, I noticed I had been playing the same build. I had been forcing the same end goal. And the thing, the benefits about it is you commit to a build, you're econing so much better because of it. When you start, you're not having to decide, am I going to hold this unit or maybe this unit? Right away, you know which units you're going to be holding, and right off the bat, your economy is shooting through the roof because you're not hesitating. Mental fatigue is a thing. This game, after all, to get to the higher ranks is a grind. And playing the same build over and over, we become familiar with it. We know what units to look for, we know which transitions work best, we know what items to get at which situations. It's the same concept as League of Legends. I'm going to use League of Legends as an example. When you're first starting off, what's the thing that everyone tells you is pick one champion and learn that one champion really well. Because learning that one champion really well, you're going to learn the matchups. You're going to learn the matchups with every other champion. You're going to learn the map really well. You're going to start focusing on things other than your champion because you're becoming so proficient at it. Whereas then eventually you can transition it into other champions. And say what you will about, one tricks, but you have one tricks that are diamond challenger players. Meanwhile, there's, people struggling at bronze. And same thing in TFT. You have people forcing builds and they're rank 1, rank 2. And so that's, my newfound philosophy of how to play the game. It's just we're being flexible in how we're getting there. So before we take a look at this gameplay, here's a quick fun clip of Zed popping off. Wait a minute! I'm printing screen. That was insane. I've never seen that. All right, I hope you enjoyed that clip. So what I'll be showing you is 2 examples of the roll down on 3-2. I think those are the most important rounds because those are the rounds, 3-2 and 3-3 where you're transitioning, where you're building your mid-game comp. to last you all the way until Wolves, and 4-1 is where you're rolling for your end game build. So here's the first example, and you can tell here that I am, planning to force Ocean Mages because I've built Morello as one of my first items. This is the most important item in Ocean Mages, as you want that on your brand. And yeah, let's take a look at the roll down here. So I just want to upgrade my board. I hit the first brand, a little lucky there, and we keep going. I upgrade my Talia, and now I'm getting 3 mages online. But here's where I know that's not enough. I want to get Inferno buff in, as I know Inferno is a really important buff, really nice power spike. So I grab the Kindred to add that, giving me Inferno while retaining 2 Ocean and 3 Mage. And I'm staying at above 30 gold here. Now what I do is I assess this next fight to kind of see, based on the lobby, am I strong enough with what I have now, or do I need to roll a little bit further? And we'll see here that after losing this fight, I decide I need to roll a bit more. I'm going to go back down to 30, 20 if need be. And here it comes. So, I missed the roll down. Okay, I rolled the brand Annie, and I decide, okay, I have a better Inferno to play now than the Kindred. I do not want to get baited by the pair Kindred, as I don't want to invest 9 gold in upgrading her when she's not going to be in the final build. I'm going to stick with my Annie, but I am going to roll down a bit more because I do have the pair brand. If I hit the pair brand here, I am set. But I don't want to lose all my economy, so I sit at 30 gold. And you know what? I have pair brand. I'll be okay. So here's a little bit of a different situation where I don't roll on 3-2. And the reason being is I scout the lobby to see, the strength of the lobby, and then make that as my deciding factor if I need to roll. I hit the Renekton here, the pair Renekton I have on the bench, and I decide that I'm going to level, I'm going to throw in my upgraded unit, and now we're going to do a bit of scouting to see if I need to upgrade my board or if I'm strong enough to economy all the way until Wolves. And the other factor I take into consideration is my health. I'm at a high enough health. The lobby overall is not too strong that I'm going to take so much damage with having upgraded units. So I decide to not roll over here and use my health as a resource to economy up until Wolves, because the upgraded units, if I do take a loss, it won't be that bad. Now here's an example on the 3-2 roll down of using what the game gives you. And as a quick side note, Qiyana is just an amazing unit. I look to pick her up every single time in Ocean Mages and use her when I can. In the Ocean map, use her as your 4th Ocean if you're not finding all 4. On the Inferno map, use her as your Inferno buff if you're not finding the Annie. On the Mountain map, use her for early Mountain with Talia and Qiyana. Cloud map, meh. But let's take a look at this roll down now. A 4-second stun when this unit is upgraded is bonkers. I hit pair Kha'Zix, so I pick it up, It's the best unit that I can be playing in right now. And then when I do see, this upgraded Kha'Zix, I take it to upgrade my board and use that to econ now all the way until Wolves, and use it to, sit on our current board while we're collecting the brand, the Annie, the Yorick, and replace this once we get our full build together. You'll see it's just a really strong power spike. I do end up later on in a little bit throwing in the Qiyana as well for the assassin buff with Ocean Mages as well. And there you go. This is just really strong right now. Let's take a look at the fight. Yeah, we have Mountain buff as well. So now this is our mid-game transition into Ocean Mages. All right, now we'll take a look at some examples of the 4-1 roll down, as this is where you're starting to transition into your end game build. So first thing we'll see is I rolled a Malphite, and I want to take the Malphite here instantaneously for the Mountain buff with Talia. So we're going to be leveling up, throwing in the Malphite, and we're going to be rolling. We need to roll. I want to try to hit the pair Brand here. We pick up Taric because there is a Warden variation. So I'm keeping that as an option, where instead of summoners, I'm going to be using 4 Wardens. Keeping my options open here. And we continue rolling because my board is not upgraded enough yet. I grab the Zyra. As soon as I grab the Zyra, that instantly replaces the Diana, retaining the Inferno buff, just a stronger unit, and making our way towards 3 Summoner if we get the Yorick. And here's a second example of a roll down at 4-1. Same thing, we're going to be leveling. I hit pair Brand, and again, I want to roll to finish upgrading the Brand. So we're going to be rolling quite a bit. I hit it quite early there. And I want to keep rolling here because even though Brand is, you know, upgraded, I still have the Woodlands in. So I know my board is not strong enough, and I need to keep rolling a little bit more. I hit the pair Annie, and now I'm kind of deciding, you know, which variation are we going. I think as soon as I see the Yorick as well, then I'll be doing the Summoner variation here. So here's an example of how we're prepping for the late game now and to go for a first placed finish. And what I'm doing here is I have pair Yorick and a Zed on the bench, but because I have a Nikos, I want to roll a bit to see if I'm going to naturally hit the Yorick, or if I hit one more Zed, I will instantly use the Nikos on the Zed. And I know that there's no way I can econ to 9 unless I have an upgraded Yorick or an upgraded Zed here. So this is our 5-1 roll down where we level to 8, and I'm rolling down to see if we hit the Yorick or the Zed. And once I do get the Zed, I make the commitment, sell the Yoricks, Nico the Zed, and now I can economy to look to go level 9, because when I do scout the lobby, I see there is another strong Ocean Mage player, and my plan now is to add in Mystics to get that first place. And all I'm thinking about now is the Carousel, and I really want to prioritize Zed items because my Zed does not have great items right now. So I'm looking for Guardian Angel, Redemption, Warmogs, Phantom Dancer, Dragonclaw, all great items that I can get from this Carousel. And we're gonna go ahead and skip to that. So now all we're doing is we're econing, because my only upgrade would be the Nami, and I don't want to roll just for a Nami. Otherwise it would be Zyra, and again, I'm not gonna roll just for a 1 cost Zyra at level 8. So the only play at this point is to econ and focus on positioning. So Carousel comes, and I'm looking at all the items. Warmogs is great, Dragon's Claw is great, but I'm gonna go for the best one, which is Redemption. And we grab the Redemption there. If not, I would have got the Dragon's Claw there, or the Warmogs if that was not available. So that's our first Zed item. And we're gonna go all the way to the finish here. Let's look at the dragon. I believe I get a Hush from the dragon here. And then, yeah, I want to show you the roll down at level 9 as well. So we get the Hush from the dragon. I want to level to 9, put in Mystics with the Nami and Janna. And of course, things don't always go as planned. We actually get something better, which is the Ocean Lux. And yeah, it's that's it. After that, we can fast forward to that last fight now. So here is the last battle of the game. You saw previously, though, when all the Zeds were multiplying, basically every fight was like that. Our Hush ended up coming out on top, as when we're hushing his Zed, he could not clone. Our Brand gets a double ult. We've already killed his Zed, and that's that. Alright, that brings us to the end of the video. There wasn't really a new build I can showcase this week, or that hasn't been already covered on Reddit. So we did something a little bit different, where I take you to my thought process through these transitions and kind of my new philosophy on forcing builds. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, or over at twitch.tv/JinxJK. Come say hi. Peace for now.